Episode 7?
Episode 7.
Episode 7.
Good morning,
7.
everyone. Good morning. It's
Good morning.
It is morning.
Good morning,
It is
Jeff.
Good morning.
Good morning, Peter.
Morning.
Welcome to episode 7 of Caught Talking Show. Today we have a special guest. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
My name is Jeff Nemus. I'm the original Caught barbershop customer.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
it
bro.
is.
They
It
begged
is.
me. I was walking down the street and they begged me to come in. Please come in. You need a haircut. And ever since, it's been great. Right?
You like
Yeah.
it so far?
Love it.
Haven't changed.
Not a thing.
Nice.
Look at this haircut, too.
Look fresh?
It's
Looks
fresh, clean. It's not cheap, though.
Well, we want to talk about first about, yourself. What brought you to Naples? Are you originally from Naples?
I would say 2004, I moved down here with my wife. We were living in New Jersey, and I came home, and we weren't married at the time, and walked in the house, and my wife said, "Hey, I just bought a house in Boca." I said, "What the hell's a Boca?" I didn't even know what it was. She said, "Oh, yeah, we bought a house. I'm going to move, and you can come with me if you want." Basically, that's how we got to Florida. We just kind of packed up and came here, and we worked for a number of years. My wife's still a mortgage banker, and I'm kind of a little entrepreneur. I hang out and play poker most of the time on a daily basis. I try to go professional, but you got to be good, and I'm not that good. So, but you got to play poker on a daily basis. We ultimately made it all the way down to Marathon, Florida, and I was living in the Keys on the beach, and oceanfront home, boat in the back, and then my oldest daughter, stepdaughter, she was living in Minnesota at the time. They came to visit us during COVID. If you remember COVID, everything was closed except the Keys. You can go to the Keys. It was like being in a different country. And they came down and visited for a week and stayed for 2 months. We closed on our house. They moved back home. And 2 months, 3 months later, she called and said, "Oh, we just bought a house in Naples." And my wife said, "I don't know if I like the Keys anymore. We should probably move to Naples." And we basically moved to Naples to follow our oldest daughter and our grandkids. And I have now 3 of my 4 kids are here in Florida. And then I have one that has a dispensary in Denver.
That's awesome.
4 girls, 4 old girls. I'm an old man now. But that's what but mostly that's how I think we all hooked up when we got caught talking. We started talking about cruises, and my man goes on cruises all the time.
He's an
cruising
expert.
guy.
That guy's
He's
an
a
expert.
cruiser.
And
Yeah.
he said you were afraid to go on a cruise. You were afraid of the water or something. He said.
You want to explain?
You don't know how to
Actually,
swim.
I don't know how to swim.
So
That's what it is.
that's what got us talking. And I've been probably over a dozen cruises in the last year and a half, 2 years.
Wow.
It's very easy here.
Yeah.
You drive to Miami, drive to Fort Lauderdale. You can even go up to Tampa if you want, and jump on a cruise ship. But the way we go on a cruise is we don't really pay, and there's a system to that. If you are a casino player, gambler, and you track your player, you play often. That's what I got talking to you about. We literally go on a 5-day, 6-day cruise, where most people pay, I don't know, $3,000 or $4,000. We pay $400.
Wow.
Wow. That's
But
Big
because you're gambling in the
You're
casino.
gambling, yeah.
And my wife and I kind of came up with a little bit of a system because we like to go on the cruises, right? If you've been on the cruises, right? A lot of fun, a lot of eating. That's why I stay nice and thin. A lot of eating on the cruise, a lot of just hanging out and relaxing a little bit. Go to mostly in the Caribbean, but when you play in a casino. So what we do is, gambling is an addiction. It can be an addiction, and you really have to make sure that you can afford to gamble. Gambling's entertainment. They don't call it winning; they call it gambling.
Yeah.
And if the house didn't always win, or most of the time win, they wouldn't even be open. And that's the key to the whole thing: is being able to manage what you do so that you don't overspend, over gamble, and try and balance it and enjoy the benefits. If you pay $3,000 for a cruise and I pay $400, I have $2,600 extra in my pocket. Mm-hmm. If I go and gamble that $2,600 and lose it, did I really lose? No, I got a $3,000 cruise.
Sure.
So that's kind of what got us talking about the cruises and the gambling.
interesting.
That's
That's
very
interesting.
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 Like,
Yes.
how much do you pay for your cruises?
Yeah.
Like I pay like full price all the time.
Right.
Most of the time.
And then what happened when we talked?
Yeah.
You went to the casino and you met a couple. You met a couple at the casino.
Yeah, I met
right?
a couple. Yeah, in the casino they like cruise 24/7. Right now, they're like in the cruise.
And they don't pay, right?
They don't pay all year. They even get money to go on
Wow.
the cruise.
So you get money back.
Yeah, they give you money to.
Yeah,
so
they give you
can-
gambling money. They give you benefits. You know, my wife, we go on Virgin a lot. We like Virgin, which we talked about before. Virgin's a good cruise line because it's different. You know, it's restaurant dining every night. You don't have the buffet lines, and you don't have these big super, 25 people at your table that you don't know. So it's like going to a different restaurant every night. They have 5, 6, 7 different restaurants, and when we go to the casino, we play. They'll send us a bottle of wine. You know, it's what they do to encourage you to come and gamble in the casino. But it's no different than what they do here, except for the Seminoles. They, they have it pretty well locked up. The casinos in Florida, But even then, you go and you get a dinner for free, or they call it comp. So that's how we kind of got into it, and we like to do it. So my wife likes to play. It's nice because if I'm playing poker, she can go and hang out in the casino, because a poker, you play a poker tournament could last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours.
Yeah.
So that's
Sitting down.
sitting down. Yeah, you know what I do? I watch your YouTube videos while I'm playing poker.
How long you gotta be playing in the casino to they consider
That's a good question. So what I recommend to people is everybody goes to the casino. Some people like to gamble. If they don't gamble, it's not for you. But if you go to, let's say you go to Immokalee and you take $1,000 or whatever you take and you gamble, the number one thing you must do anytime you go to a casino is register at the casino and get one of the players' cards. And let them track your play. If it's not good enough, they won't give you a free cruise. But the more you go and they see how much, what they do is they create a system in the computer, and they call it your ADT. I think it's called ADT. Basically, what they do is, what is your average bet? How long do you spend in the casino? So let's say your average bet's $100, and you spend 10 hours in a casino. They calculate a percentage of what the casino expects to win, or what they should win in that 10-hour period with this player betting $100. So once they establish your patterns and what you play, then they create a value. You're a value to that casino or to that cruise line. He's valued at X. He'll come, so we can give him a free room, because we know he's going to come and lose $3,000. And that's kind of what they do. Are you always going to lose? No. When they calculate that loss, is it going to be all the time? No. You can go win 10 times, but it's expected that you're going to lose a certain amount of money if you play a certain amount of hours at a certain amount of bet.
Right.
So any casino that you go to, you should always get registered. And then what will happen is, I use my friends at a place called Executive Casino Tours out of New York. And we're a large group. We're on Facebook. Anybody wants to join the Facebook page, it's called Ask the Casino Host. So if people are interested in gambling and how do you go on cruises and how do you go on trips, you go on the Facebook page. I think there's 10 or 12,000 members on our Facebook page now.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, not
I'm not a
everybody
gambler.
not everybody qualifies, but people are interested in gambling and learning about gambling and not becoming addicted to gambling.
Yeah.
It's a good site because people will just post a question, kind of like we're talking about today. What do they ask? Oh, what does ADT mean? Or how do I get a free coffee? Or how do I get a free bottle of wine? And you'll see all these different questions, and then there's some real good executives on that Facebook page, and they'll give you the answers. It's kind of what we're talking about, but they'll go into detail on what to do. They'll post, hey, we have this trip coming. Some of the cruises we've been on this year, we've had 30, 40, 50 people in our group.
Wow.
Just as a casino group. And then we go there and they'll have a little cocktail party for us, and one of the things when you're gambling in the casino, a lot of times you drink for free. You don't have to buy the beverage package, on the cruise. So there's all kinds of, but it's not for everybody. You know what I mean? If you can't afford to gamble, you don't gamble. If you have a problem, you shouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Whatever that number is, 1-800 I'm a gambler or something.
I'm addicted.
We all know. We're addicted.
Yeah, but you guys did like the sports.
Sport bet.
Yeah.
I gave you UConn, you didn't do it.
I told you guys.
Now, which one is your favorite company for cruising, or you recommend most?
I like Virgin because it's adults only. We have kids, we have grandkids. When we go on a cruise, we want to kind of have a break.
Yeah.
So, depending on what kind of cruises you like, we like Virgin for adults. Virgin has kind of got a Miami vibe. That's how it is. It's structured that way. It's got you know, the techno music in the background. They don't have your typical like Broadway shows and diving shows and all that. That's what you get on Royal Caribbean or Carnival or Celebrity. Celebrity's kind of an older crowd. You'll see some kids on it, but Celebrity's good for food. They have some of the best food we've ever had on cruises. Royal Caribbean's the family cruise. You know, naturally there's Disney as well, but there's no casino on a Disney cruise.
Right.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that. It was because of kids, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Makes
no,
sense.
there's kids on Royal. It's just that Disney doesn't want that environment. You know what I mean?
See.
It's expensive cruise, but you're not going to get. You're not going for free gambling in a casino,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
So, but when we go on a cruise, what we're the money that we're paying is we have to pay the sales tax.
Oh, okay.
So, like a casino or cruise, they can't give you the tax money. So when we go, if we pay $400, we're paying sales tax basically, and sales tax and port fees. That's all we pay, and everybody has to pay. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can be a baller and go in there with $100,000 of gambling. You're still paying $400 or whatever it is for the.
For the sales taxes.
So that's that.
And what about Carnival?
Carnival's good, but Carnival's a party cruise. You know, there's different levels. Listen, everybody likes what they like. You know, Carnival's more. I think Carnival's more of the party environment. It's it's a nonstop party. Royal Caribbean's more for families. I mean, a lot of families go on Carnival too, you know. But everybody has different levels of what they like and different levels of service. A lot of people swear by Carnival, other people swear by Virgin, other people swear by Royal Caribbean. I think as a balance, Royal Caribbean's probably one of the best. You know, Royal Caribbean's got the biggest ship. You know, they got this icon of the seas now. It's,
That's what I was going
Huge.
to say.
It's big as
Beautiful.
it's like as big as the shopping center. But you know that ship I think is 7,000 passengers.
Yes, around
A lot
there.
of people.
Yeah,
Think about
that's
it.
Too many.
7,000 passengers in one big boat. You know,
A lot of gambling.
you know. No,
Too many people.
listen, a lot of people don't go. You know, there's people going cruises don't step foot in a casino. They don't gamble. You know, they're just as happy paying their $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, right? That's what
Yeah.
you were paying, right, to go. Same thing. But if you're a gambler, you should take advantage. And again, I don't mean like a gambler, that's all you do. But I mean, if you like to play in the casinos and you go and spend money in a casino, then you should try and take advantage of some of the perks of going to a casino. Why pay $3,000 for a cruise and then go to the casino and drop $3,000? Right?
Makes sense.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, of
That's
course.
the way I look at it. You know.
Yeah.
So we figured, my wife and I, we've won, but overall, if I added up the value of all the cruises that we did, we killed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Thousands and thousands of dollars worth of cruises we've gone on for free. You know, so that's one of the things that I think that if you're a casino player, you shouldn't even say gambler, right? A casino player.
Casino player.
I don't think you get rated in sportsbook though. You know, betting on sports.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Because the
That's something
casinos,
they should do though.
no, the only one that makes money is the book, right?
Yeah, for sure.
The casinos don't have sports book. Well, they have them, but they only have them to bring people in. So those most of you guys, when you sports bettors are degenerate gamblers. You bet on what color golf ball is going to
Exactly.
come out of the bag. But that's not casino. Casinos table games. Remember, casinos table games and a percentage of a house advantage. Not one game in a casino gives the player an advantage. Not one.
Yeah,
The casino always wins.
yeah, that's right.
Right? Same with a slot machine. Casino always wins. Maybe they'll lose one day, but over time, the casino never loses.
So those slot machines are pretty much
They're all programmed.
programmed to.
Yeah, they're regulated.
money.
They're regulated. They're regulated. Like in Las Vegas, I know some of the machines pay out better than other machines in other casinos. It really depends. As long as they're within that range. But think about it, even a slot machine. Let's say a slot machine's programmed to pay out 90% of the money it takes in. That doesn't mean if you put $100 in, you're going to get 90 back that day. It means over a long period of time, the casino is going to make 10%. So it could go a month where it paid out $1 million and only took in 500,000, or it'll go where it took in $5 million and only paid 500,000. But over time, those machines will balance themselves out.
Himself, yeah.
Everybody thinks they can fix them and turn them on. It's all garbage. It really is. It's just machines programmed that it's going to make a percentage of money over time. That length of time could be years. So,
Wow. very impressive. I
It's,
didn't know
it's interesting, right?
Yeah, it's very
Yeah, it's
interesting.
interesting
You know? I didn't,
how everything works, the
Yeah.
math, everything.
Well, it's all math.
Yeah.
Even poker is all math.
Yeah,
You know, at the end of the
sure.
day, you know, the difference between playing poker though and going to a casino is that the cards are the cards, right? It's going to happen, but there's a skill set involved in playing poker. Even if you're the best poker player in the world, you still can lose, but you have a different edge based on how good you are playing poker, right?
True.
You can bluff. You know, you can't bluff. You can't bluff in blackjack, right? You can't say I got 21 and really only
right.
have 15, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's the differences. But I'd rather play poker than the casino tables. You know.
Can you count cards? Or no? Is it hard?
You know, no. Can I do it? No. I know people that can, but and it is an advantage. You know, casinos will stop you from going. You know, back in the old days, you guys are from Cuba, right? Mm-hmm. Back in the old days when Havana was the gambling mecca of the South. Mm-hmm. You know, if you were counting cards, they'd take you in the back room and beat you up. You know.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, when the mafia was running Las Vegas and all that, you know, that's what they would do. You know, there's movies about it. You watch the movie Casino. That's based on some
facts.
some.
There we go. We gotta
It's
watch
not a
that
true.
movie.
You ever watch Casino?
I've never watched
Oh,
it.
you want to watch a
I have
movie
to
called
watch it.
It's called Casino.
Casinos.
Yeah, that's a great movie. But you know you should study. There's a website. There's a website you can go to. I think it's called Wizard of Odds.
Wizard of Odds.
Odds, ODDS. Mm-hmm. And when you go to that website, it'll tell you about every single game that's in the casino, and it'll tell you the odds of winning and losing, and what percentage of chances are you'll win, and it's pretty good. And when you look at that website, you say, "Oh my God, I'm never going to play that game," you know, because
You see the odds.
yeah, the odds
Yeah.
are terrible against you. You know, you got to study, right? If you gamble,
Of
right?
course,
When
yeah.
when you gamble on sports, right? When you bet on sports, what do you do?
It's the same thing. You got to study.
Yeah, you study the
who's,
teams.
who's the best team,
Who's the
yeah,
players?
Yeah.
The hardest one I think is football. Everybody thinks football's easy, but you know, every offense and every defense has strengths and weaknesses, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And the real powerful people that know how to do that know that when Dallas plays the Giants, we know that their offense is good and their secondary is bad, and so you have all those things. It's no different gambling. You study everything. The more you study, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you realize you shouldn't be gambling in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now playing cards, poker. What's been like something that happens to you? Like, oh, somebody bluff on you, you bluff on somebody,
Yeah.
or it was a close play?
Well, I'll give you yes and no. Yeah, that happens all the time. But in poker, I'll give you an example. So, mostly it's Texas Hold'em, right? And your two cards, and then there's 5 common cards on the table. So everybody's using those 5 cards, but they have 2 different cards in their hand. Mm-hmm. So let's say I have 2 aces in my hand. And then on the board, there's an ace, a queen, and a queen. And, you know, you go all in or whatever, and you put all your money on the table, and I turn my 2 cards over, and I have 2 aces, and the other person has 2 queens. I have 3 aces, they have 3 queens. The only card in the whole entire deck that can beat me is 1 more queen out of whatever cards remain, 30 or 40 cards left, right? The percentages of losing the hand is like 99% to 1% of winning when you have the aces.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when that next card turns and it's the queen, that guy had 1 out of 1,000 chances to win it, right? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like a bad beat where you should have won, you had the best hand, and there's only 1 card in the entire deck left that can beat you, and it beats you. So things like that happens a lot.
Does it happen to you? Did it happen?
It happens to me. It's happened to the professionals. You watch some of the best videos you can watch if you want to learn Texas Hold'em is online on YouTube. I mean, some of the best poker players have been there. You know, in poker they call it there's a variance where basically you could be the best poker player in the world and still been losing for a month because of those types of things. Percentage-wise, they shouldn't happen every day, but it's no different. You can get beat. Next thing you know, you're on fire and nothing beats you. You know what I mean? I've been at poker tables where somebody, no matter what 2 cards are in their hand, doesn't matter. It can be a 7 and a 2, and it beats everybody every time.
Wow.
You know, they just every time the cards come out, they have what it takes. You know, so, and that's that's the variance of the game. But learning poker, there's math. You know, that math I was just saying. If I have 2 aces, you have 2 queens, and there's a queen and an ace already there. There's a mathematical calculation that you should win, but not always. And that's the difference in poker. So there is a skill set. You know, it's a mind game. Really is a mind game. Versus playing, they have a game called Ultimate Texas Hold'em that you play against a dealer, a table game. That dealer never folds, so you can't bluff that dealer. So then the best hand wins, not the best hand that you're holding, but the best at the end of all the cards. The best hand wins, and if that dealer has the best hand, you can't bluff him off. That's why the percentages of you losing are so high.
Yeah.
You know, you can't bluff. You can't bluff the dealer. You can't bluff a blackjack dealer and say, "Oh, I have blackjack," and the dealer folds their cards. You can't do it, right?
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
They're not doing
Well,
it.
of course.
Have you played
They're trying to
blackjack?
do it.
How many times
I was
are
going to ask
you're
Peter.
sitting with 20 and the dealer goes, 4, 7, 11, 13,
21.
14, 16, 17, 21. You know, like they'll get 9 cards and go to 21 and you have 20, right? It just happens.
Insane. That's insane.
How about you, Peter? Have you played casino when you go cruising or
Very little. At 21, I played the blackjack.
blackjack?
Yeah.
How much you win?
It's win and lose. Win and lose. At the end, you will lose everything.
Yeah, that's it. At the end, you lose everything.
It's like 50%, 50%, 50, 50, 50. At the end, they like,
See, what we do is if you go back to what I was saying with the cruise, if we go on a cruise and I look and see what everybody else paid for the cruise. So if it's $3,000, we have $2,500 in our pocket that really we should have paid to the cruises anyway, right? So we're going on a cruise. So you take that money, and if you're on a 3-day cruise, you divide it by 3. So whatever that is, 20, 12, 24, it's 800 a day. So if you go to the casino and you lose 800, quit for the day, go have a drink, go sit by the pool, go eat some more. Then the next day, start over again with another $800. If you lose $800, then wait to the third day. And by the end of it, if you do it that way, you won't spend more than you would have spent to buy the cruise.
Right.
Yeah.
We went on a cruise. My wife and I went. Remember the big one when we were supposed to go to Israel, and we were supposed to go to the Mediterranean, and the war broke out. So we went on a cruise for 10 days from Boston. We went to Miami, flew to Boston, and then the boat went to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao.
Wow.
But there was 4 days at sea, and there was a lot of casino time. And my wife couldn't miss. Every single day, at the end of the day, she had like $3,000, $2,000 for it. Wow. Couldn't miss. And she won like $15,000 on that cruise. Wow. So when we got back, that cruise, we paid a little bit for that one because it was extra days. But I think I paid $1,000 total for the cruise. We got back, and she had $14,000.
Oh, wow.
That's insane.
That's pretty cool.
So,
wow.
Right? So that's
a good deal.
That's
yeah,
a good.
that's
She
a
couldn't miss
really
it.
good deal.
Even the casino pit boss, the host came up and said, "Oh, we're going to watch your wife on the cameras." And every time she had a pair, she'd get quads, or she'd get she'd get 4 of a kind, she'd get a straight flush, and it pays big. They're big payouts on the table games, and she just crushed it.
Wow.
So every time she left the room, I go in the safe and I take.
Oh, I hope she don't watch it.
Yeah, I hope
because
she's not
otherwise
watching
she will
this.
know.
'Cause- Yeah.
No, I told her I was going to have breakfast.
There you go.
It's something because we both like to play cards. We both like to go to the casino, so it works for us. It doesn't work for everybody. I know a lot of couples that the wife is the one that wants to go to the casino, and the husband won't. He won't put he won't put $1 in a slot machine. For us, like I said, if I go to if I play a poker tournament, like let's say we travel to Tampa for a couple days, and I play a poker tournament. I had played one where it was 14 hours, 15 hours. Yeah, so my wife, she went to the spa. She played a little bit of table games, and she enjoyed being there. But if I'm gone for 14 hours and she doesn't like to gamble in a casino, that's not a good marriage,
That's right.
There you go.
Right.
You gotta balance that too,
Have you been to a casino? I mean, to a cruising?
Never been to a cruise. No, I have not. But I
Casino?
do hope to go on one soon. Yeah, I
I'm
would
going
like
on one.
to.
Going to be
I
my
would
first.
like
It's
to.
going to be my first one at the end of the year. So Peter told you, right?
Peter told me that
Yeah.
he told me you ask him to, you want to wear swimmies full time.
Yeah, the vest.
A
The
vest?
way- yeah,
At
because
all
I don't know how to
times?
swing.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
he
too
told me you
worried
wanted to
about
wear the
that.
ones you put on your arms. Those big.
The one like the SpongeBob episode that
yeah,
he's
yeah,
revolves.
yeah. With the
Gets bigger.
donuts.
Yeah.
yeah.
You have fun.
It's
what
fun.
What is that thing that you like about the cruising? What besides the gambling? What else you like about cruising?
What else you enjoyed? on the
Yeah,
Well, for us, the cruises that we go on are in the Caribbean. We've been to every spot, right? We've been to Nassau, we've been to Labadee, we've been to all these different places. So sometimes we don't even get off the boat, but the ships have spas. They have other activities. So like when everybody gets off the boat to go, to go buy the the straw hats and all that.
Yeah.
We go to the spa. But Virgin, one of the things I like about Virgin, well, Royal has, and I think Carnival does too. Do they have their private island?
yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of these cruise places have a private island. You go to the island, and it's the beautiful beaches. The problem is we have beautiful beaches here in South Florida. If you think about it, right?
Right.
I watched the sunset the other day and down on Fifth Avenue. It was gorgeous. No different than the Caribbean, right? But that's what we do. You go to the beach. They have Virgin has they stop at Bimini. In Bimini, which is part of the Bahamas and the Bahamian Islands, and they have a private beach club. They do this big picnic spread, and they have the bar, and people lay on the beach, and it's really relaxing. If you can disconnect,
Yeah.
that's the best.
That's what
thing.
I
Of course, that's
like.
the best thing.
Like the
thing to
cruise,
do.
what it give me, like I disconnect. There's no cell phone. There's nobody calling you. There's no problem at all.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah, and everybody's happy.
Yeah, my wife, when she goes, she doesn't get internet. I do. I keep the internet on my phone just because if there's an emergency. But
Yeah,
there's
Trying to stay away from the phone.
you gotta
that's the best part.
you got to decompress a little bit. Even you guys, this is not an easy job. Everybody. My dad was a barber before he was a cop. My dad was a barber in the Navy, and you're standing on your feet all day long. And there's barber injuries, right? Bad backs
Yeah.
and
Your
posture, right? Everything. So it's just not. People think this is an easy job. It's not. I recognize that. Like I come in and I get to sit like this.
Relaxation.
I couldn't do it because I'd be crippled by the end of the day. You know what I mean? I just couldn't do it. It's on your feet all day long.
And plus, you risk everything.
But you guys do it
moving.
right. Although I
scissors.
told you should put the bar in over there.
Yeah, right.
There you go. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It's missing.
Yeah, it's missing.
Some slot machines in here would be nice.
No,
You see
No,
Jeff.
I mean, those
We would be losing money every day
unless
instead
we
of.
put it in the back room.
Yeah.
I didn't like cruising years ago. I thought they were boring. And then all of a sudden, something flipped, the switch flipped, and we started going. We always went on cruises. I mean, I went on over the years, but maybe once a year, once every other year. And when COVID hit, and everybody was losing their minds, people they all bought boats. Everybody was buying boats. You couldn't buy a boat
right.
in the whole country.
Yeah.
There was
but,
no,
yeah,
there was
got like-
right.
the prices went up, and there was
Went
no
up.
inventory.
Yep, I remember.
Now they're all being repossessed. But because people could go out on the boat, not wear a mask and all that,
That's right.
So the cruises opened up towards the end of COVID at 50% capacity. So if Virgin ships, I think is 2,000 passengers, they would only allow 1,000 passengers. We went, as soon as they opened up, you had to be vaccinated, which I didn't want to vaccinate, but I did anyway. But we would go on the cruises towards the tail end of COVID. We went on this one cruise, Princess Cruise, for 7 days. There was 600 people on the boat. It holds 3,000. It was like my own private yacht. You know what I mean?
Basically.
You didn't wait in line for anything. You'd walk to the coffee shop. There wouldn't be anybody there. It was really good. Now all the cruises are all packed again. They're all
they're all full.
full to capacity. And I even I'm on all the blogs, like all the cruise blogs. Are you on any of those Facebook pages?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, if you go on the Facebook pages, like for Royal Caribbean, and you pick the icon of the seas and all these different things, and people give you your reviews, what they did. Listen, anything you do in life, whether it's your job, whether it's travel, whether it's gambling or anything, you got to study. You know what I mean? It's the number one thing. Educate yourself. Educate yourself before you make bad decisions, right? But on Facebook, you could go on these cruise things, these what I don't know what are blogs or pages, whatever they call it, pages,
forums,
right? You go on these pages, and like, oh, I just got off this boat, and let me tell you about this, and there'll be like 20 paragraphs of stuff. Do this, don't do that. Like one of the big problems, believe it or not, that I'm seeing on the Royal Caribbean cruises, and I don't even think you have this problem at Carnival, is almost every day one of the pools are closing because some baby went, pooped their diaper and all.
Man.
So they have to close the pool, sanitize the whole thing, and that's a big complaint I'm starting to see on these cruises.
Wow.
You don't have that on Virgin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
No
not good.
kids.
Carnival Carnival, I only been in Carnival my whole life.
Career.
Yeah, my whole career.
Whole career cruising.
But what I see, after COVID, is downgraded a little bit. Like before COVID, they used to provide more service.
You know
it was
what?
better.
Right. Yeah, and that's all the cruise lines though. They were giving you more to get you back on the ship. They don't have to do that anymore because people are coming whether they give you anything or not. It's like the same with the casinos, same with the restaurants here in Naples. We have some of the finest dining in Naples, right? Mm-hmm. Some of the best restaurants you'll ever go to, and they're expensive. You go to Fifth Avenue. You go to Fifth Avenue in the middle of the snowbird season, in the middle of the winter, where, I don't know. I don't know what winter and summer is when you live in Florida. Right? I just know it's either hot or hotter. It's never
Year long.
But when you go to downtown Naples to have dinner, it's $300-400 for two people if you have a couple drinks, right? Now you can go downtown to those same restaurants and they have all these deals. If you go at happy hour, if you go like before 5, you can go to the same fine dining restaurants for half the price. So you really can get a lot of experience in those restaurants for less money. Why spend more money when you can spend less, right?
That's true.
And you can save it to go gamble on Carnival.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing, like in cruise, you make the best friends in your life.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, you make your best friends. Like you keep in touch with them.
We met people on cruises 10, 12 years ago that we still talk to. You're right, though. That's a true story. I've met every kind of person you can imagine. I met pilots and doctors and lawyers and all kinds. And when you're on a cruise, let's say you're like the head of the pilots union or whatever. When you're on a cruise and you're sitting next to him playing blackjack or you're sitting by the pool having a drink, you don't know who that guy is. He could be a billionaire. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he could be a bank robber. You don't know. But when you're on that cruise, you meet people outside of their normal environment. And when you meet them, there's no I don't know. It's just different.
Like kind of like discrimination. Like if you've met a pilot now, if you're not a pilot, you cannot get in touch with him. Like you know what I mean? Like,
right. Pilots talk to pilots, right?
Yeah. But when you
talk to doctors, nurses talk to because that's what they do when they're working, and you spend most of your day at work and doing in a job, right?
That's right.
But when you're in the water, it's like you make the best people, and everybody's happy. Sometimes in Carnival too, like another disadvantage, like the travelers, like the clients, sometimes they don't behave a lot. I see that like often.
Well, that goes back to the partying. It's a party cruise.
They get sometimes they get over crazy.
A lot crazy. There's some good videos on YouTube
like
on that too.
Like it doesn't make any sense. Like what are you guys doing? Like,
Think about it. What do they do? They sell you a drink package, unlimited drinking.
And that's what happens.
And what people do, and I think the going price now is like $59 a day per person, right? So when think about that, if you spend you go on 5 days, right? It's $300.
All you can
you spent for all you could drink. But you only had 2 drinks that day, and you're thinking to yourself, "Man, I paid $60. I'm gonna have 6 more drinks. I'm gonna get my money's worth."
Yeah, chocolate wasted.
So it's kind of like, it's kind of right. Is that the truth?
You want to
keep drinking. No, of
you
course.
want to make worth of the money you pay.
Yeah,
correct.
Which makes sense,
right?
Get every dime.
So when you get that on, when you get that in any environment, like you're gonna get fights, you're gonna get this, but that seems to be more Carnival.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's a party. It's more of a party. They're the Carnival. They're the ones that you're out by the pool. And, you're dancing and they're pouring. They got the bottle and they're pouring in. That kind of stuff.
Wild.
Yeah. Then it's gonna get wild.
Come on, guys. Here's my bottle. Are you going on Carnival?
Carnival, yes.
Yeah. Oh man,
with
brace
Peter.
yourself.
Oh, you guys are both going. Who's gonna cut my hair?
Who's gonna cut his hair?
They're not taking you.
They're not taking me. They didn't.
you gotta
I
stay.
didn't get the memo.
He should
Right?
go.
I didn't get the memo.
He should go.
We close the barbershop for a week.
Close the barbershop.
If that's for me,
we'll
take a
go.
message, will you?
That's Jeff is there.
How come they're not taking you? You're going to hold down the fort?
He
I'll
don't
hold
want.
on the fort.
You wanna go?
No,
You see, you don't wanna go.
not yet.
Did you get him a free cruise?
I don't know how to get free cruise
You
yet.
gotta be betting. You gotta gamble, like you said.
We've been gambling. If they would give like the points on the sport gambling, we would got the whole cruise for us.
We'd own the cruise ship.
Yeah, we'll be on the cruise because we bet a
All that
lot.
money
On,
we've lost.
What, on sports, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah, well, how much you bet on sports? A lot?
like
Yeah, this
25
guy
bucks
does.
every day.
Really?
Yeah,
Every day you do a bet for $25?
25, 50,
Be honest.
And how much have you lost so far?
couple thousand.
Maybe you should think about doing something else.
Yeah.
Start playing
I
blackjack
thought-
or something.
Now I put like a limit so
Poker.
I cannot deposit money like
Sounds like you don't know what you're doing if you lost
You
all
see?
that.
Look
Yeah.
at that. You see?
because every time I'm missing one, but it's like I don't know.
Isn't it amazing how the point spreads are always so close?
So close.
On everything.
So close.
I,
Everything.
I always wonder how they come up with that number. Because you have the choice to go over or under.
Right.
You know?
I
But
know.
then it's so close.
Look at football. Look at football. How many times in football that it's a half a point, right? Because the line is always a half a point, right?
Yes.
Right.
Always.
And that how many times does it land on the exact number where there's no winners?
a lot of
Unbelievable.
True.
So
Unbelievable
many-
how to do that.
I wonder how they make that. You know, like for example, the Super Bowl. They said the over how much it was, like 46, 47, and then like 45. Like it was like
It was really close.
I said Kansas City in the under was the bet, and it hit Kansas City in the under. That was the parlay for the Super Bowl, and everybody thought San Francisco was going to win, right?
Everyone.
Who you were going for?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
We were at the Hard Rock. We have friends that are really big gamblers at the Hard Rock, and they invited us, and we went to the Hard Rock party, and they had you've been down there, right? The Guitar Hotel.
Peter Hubbs.
In the casino, in the middle of the casino, they have these big doors that leads to their their stage, and they set it up like stadium,
That's right. Yeah.
and they had the huge TV. It was like being at the game.
Oh, wow.
All this food, it was unbelievable food. It wasn't just like hot dogs and hamburgers. It was all kinds of this beautiful stuff. For open bar, so we literally it was like being at the game with a bunch of degenerate gamblers.
Wow.
I didn't see you there though
where
at the casino.
you know something I was playing today. And like I went to the guitar, right? But I don't like lane casino. Like I can go to a casino in the cruise, but not like like right now. You told me to go to a casino, I'll be like, nah.
You're not a gambler. That's why. That's good. That's a good thing.
That's
Like
good.
I don't like. But in the cruise, I don't mind. I can be in the casino, play like $100, 200 or 500, and then all of a sudden we like finish it and we do something else. What I like to do about Carnival is the activity they do during the cruise.
There's a
like
lot.
I like to win the little. They give you like a
Trophies.
trophy, like a plastic trophy. But man,
But
at the
in
beginning,
minutes.
you see those
Yeah.
old guys, you're like, oh, I feel sorry for them. They fight for that little plastic
Wow.
thing. They fight. If they can throw you out of board, they will do it.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, they
For all the games that they do, right?
all the
little
games. You just
activities.
get like a plastic medal. Like I got a bunch of those at home.
yeah, Peter's a
Yeah,
Hall of Famer.
I'm a Hall of Famer.
Should be Hall of
because
Famer.
I beat those old guys. I beat them.
What do you
But
play? Dodgeball, basketball,
Dodgeball, basketball, you name it. There's
Volleyball.
different volleyball, like
mini golf. Do they do
Mini
it?
golf. They're good in mini golf. I never could win the mini golf. I'm not good in golf.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward for my first one. I want to, be in those
Then they throw like
tournaments.
Trying to be
they
in the
do
Hall of
like different. Like I won with a friend of mine that made in the cruise. Like now we talk each other in Facebook all the time. We won the how do you call that? He was happy. He was so happy. I was happy for him too. Like we won that game. The one that you throw to and you gotta drink when you like
What would they set the triangle of
the
cups?
triangle club
Beer
and then
pong?
you throw
Beer pong.
Beer pong.
Beer pong.
That
Beer
was
pong.
so fun.
That's
But
so
to-
not my generation. You guys are young. You guys are like puppies, man. I'm an old man. We didn't play that
But
shit.
to win that one, there was like 20 teams.
Wow.
And then elimination.
So yeah.
So
But
by the time you get to the end, you gotta be like
Wasted.
half of the crew. You wasted. And we're like, they're like,
God.
this is the championship. Come on,
Yeah.
don't miss it. And boom, and we make it.
That's
Did you
awesome.
win?
Yeah, we won.
Do
yeah.
you drink?
Oh, you gotta drink
You
it.
gotta drink it.
What do you
What
drink?
was it, alcohol
beer?
or what?
Beer.
Beer?
Yeah, beer. By the time you finish, like beer. But then after you win that one, it was so full of like people were watching it. Like everybody in the cruise, I was walking like, "Ah, you won the. That was good." Because everybody.
Yeah, he's got an IV. He's wrapped up, broken arm because he fell off the table. Yeah.
And I'm not a
man.
drinker. I was like,
That's a good
drink it.
chance to drink. It's for free, right?
no, in that one you have to pay
to enter.
to
Yeah,
enter.
pay?
Yeah,
Oh, probably to pay the.
Oh, you pay
How
to
much was
enter
the
to get
entry?
drunk,
like $10. something.
and
that's
then,
not
you
bad.
get a
Yeah,
plastic
get
thing
drunk.
at the end.
Yeah, and at the end
So
you get
yeah,
like
you
a
get
plastic.
wasted.
Yeah.
All right, that's a
$10
good
bucks.
point.
I beat the captain in the poker tournament.
Ooh.
Yeah, that
What
was
he
long.
did? That's not good.
That's not good, no.
No, I bet the whole
good, yeah.
bet,
He
beat
can
the
throw
whole.
you out.
It was like it was the captain and a bunch. I beat the whole crew.
Wow.
Yeah, I was drunk too.
So they're able to play as well.
No, they do it. They like they do it as a, just to engage with the
Oh, I
passengers.
see.
Yeah.
I see, I
So
see.
so let me ask you this: the captain was there playing with you. Who was selling the chip?
It was just going around in circles.
Doing
tie it
donuts. Doing donuts there.
I've seen some stuff. Listen, but I never been on a cruise where it was on fire.
Oh, that was Peter. He's the
I
one that
think
lit
of
it
that,
on
Peter.
fire.
Listen,
Well, I wake up like, you wake up with this noise. I was like, oh my God, not my neighbor again. The neighbor, sometimes people making noise, and I was like, I wake up with this noise and people yelling. I was like, what's going on? Like, why they so excited? And I opened the balcony. Next door there was like another boat, and it was like on fire, like literally on fire. I was like, what's going on here? Are we in war or something? Or missile just fell out of the sky? And people like, jump.
What?
Like,
That's crazy.
and then I realized that
Titanic.
the wind, good thing that the wind, like it was like
Blowing-
the opposite,
blowing, yeah.
so
Opposite.
it wasn't coming to our side.
Yeah.
So we like still there watching.
he had a great video.
He did.
And I asked him, and I got my haircut. As soon as he got back, I came in and he showed me the video. And I said, wow, did you post it? He said, no.
No.
The person that posted the video made like $4 million.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
He had
It
it
could've been the
It's
right
like
there.
closer than
Closer
the
than
one that the
one, yeah.
original.
You gotta airdrop it to my computer
Yeah.
where we can put in the.
Yeah, you got to
And the funny part, like I was like telling that we were telling the other cruise because we can see it because we in the next cruise, right? The cruise on fire. The passenger they cannot see up, like they get out and they like no, they don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
And then the cruise they won't tell you. They just tell you stay inside your cabin. So they don't want to scare you
They don't
because a
wanna
lot of
scare
people
you.
they're like, they want to keep it calm. So the other people from our cruise, they were saying, "Get out! You have to jump!" And the people like running, like you can see in the
No,
video
that's
running like
insane.
See,
crazy.
me,
Oh my
I would have
God.
been yelling, iceberg, dead ahead.
But it was like they couldn't stop the fire.
Oh, wow.
They could.
And then the funny part, they fixed the cruise, right? They fixed it,
Uh-huh.
and now like a month ago, it catch on fire again.
Same one?
Again?
Same
The
one.
same
Oh.
one?
But a lightning
No.
hit it. A lightning hit it, and it was on fire. It wasn't.
That's
like,
just bad luck.
Bad luck. And the
The
funny
odds
part,
are-
that was my first cruise that we take on my honeymoon.
I would never take that.
That
cruise
that
ship.
shit.
That ship that got on fire, yeah.
Wow.
I would not get on that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would not get on that.
I've been watching this one blog for Wonder of the Seas, Royal Caribbean Wonder of the Seas, and there's a room number, and they're posting all this stuff like, what about room number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're posting all this stuff, and it's like, oh, and then all the people are saying, oh, there's ghosts and guy jumped off the ship.
we gotta get on those.
I never had any
I
issue
would
with the
not
cruise.
wanna-
I never
yeah.
I'm
like.
going to cancel mine.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny when we go on Virgin, we get a what they call a balcony XL, and all it is just like an extra couple feet, but it gives you a bigger bathroom because I'm
Yeah.
a little big boy, and we've been on Virgin, and we've been in the same room twice. You think about how many rooms are on a ship, right?
Yeah.
And then we've been next door to the rooms that we've had. It's always in this one little section. We're always in the same spot. So we know the room, we know our way around the ship, even if you're drunk,
Wow. I never heard. Like I never had like nothing bad experience with cruising. Like,
How about the ship moves a lot? Does it move with bad weather? Or
Years
do you
ago,
feel it?
Listen, years ago, I was on a cruise, and we were in a storm, and it was nighttime, and I remember, I never forget it. We were in the casino, and I had whatever I was drinking. It was in like the regular short glasses, and you could see it going like this.
Oh man.
Oh.
People were just bouncing on the walls and all that. That doesn't happen that often. Did you guys see the video from what they call the Boca Bash?
No.
So we used to live on the East Coast, and we used to go to a place called Peanut Island on the boat, and all the boats would tie up, and everybody just drink. It's just like a shit show, They do it in Boca Raton. They have an area where they call it the Boca Bash, and they do it once a year. So I watch all the boat videos, a lot of boat videos, like Wavy Boats I think is the page, and they're probably one of the best. And they stay at Haulover Inlet in Miami, or they'll go in the other inlets. So they set up for this Boca Bash, and they have thousands of boats, and they tie up like 20 boats, and everybody's just drinking and partying. $1 million boat going out of the inlet in Boca, a bunch of Yahoo kids on it, and in big buckets of beer cans and bottles, and they dumped it off the side of the boat.
They were dumping it out.
And they got it on video.
Yep.
Go look at those videos. It's something like 4 million hits already. It's been on the news, all because somebody videotaped them dumping the garbage in the ocean.
Wow.
The kids, they identified the parents who own the boat, what their business is. People are going onto the business, putting bad reviews. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's bad. You
That's
don't
the thing
trust
about
ocean,
internet.
man.
You don't know. I mean,
You never know.
you never know. You put a video up, and
But you want to know
they'll
something?
search.
As long as you always do right, you'll never have
You
to
won't
worry
ever
about
have
being
that
in a bad
problem.
video.
That's
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
At the end of the day, that's what it ends up being.
That's right.
Do the right thing, and you don't have that problem.
But I did see that video.
Everybody's got video now.
Everybody got cameras now.
Everybody's got a camera.
Yeah.
This camera here on my iPhone, better than these 35mm cameras.
Right.
Yeah.
It shoots in all the different, RAW and all.
Easy. You don't have to be putting lens.
And I got the third. What is this? The 16, 15? I don't know.
This is the new one, 15.
And there's a button, where you don't.
Yeah,
Now it's got the side button. You
Yeah.
just push it, and you got a camera. Boom, just like that.
Yeah.
You don't have to be looking for a camera.
you don't have
gotta
to
do
find
it.
it. Yeah.
Here we got dumping in the ocean.
Yep.
What is the
Illegal
craziest thing that ever happened to you in the cruise? Like you said, like wow.
Well, the craziest thing is the women just won't leave me alone.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
That happened to me.
You believe that?
Well,
Here we go, Peter.
You
well,
believe
that
that?
happened to me
Go,
like
Peter.
in the first one or second cruise. Now it doesn't happen.
No.
No.
Maybe the haircut.
I don't know.
I'm getting a haircut. Yeah.
Maybe your hairstyle. Huh?
the hairstyle.
No, yeah, if you're single and you want to meet somebody, go on the cruise. I think that's the best.
You recommend going on a
Oh
cruise
my
single?
God, that's-
Single people.
Single.
Yeah.
Certain cruises, yeah. But they have cruises designed for singles too.
Yeah, they make it like even the cruise we go on, we can go and make it like they go for single group, like you go there and meet.
Oh yeah,
You
they
wanna
have the
go?
singles meetups and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Listen, there's a lot to do in a cruise. Don't get me wrong. But the one thing about it is it's the same thing over and over again. So if you go on the same carnival over and over and over, it's the same exact thing. Well, that's why we like Virgin, because we don't deal with the kids. Not that we don't want to be around kids. We love being around the kids, but when you go on vacation, I want to relax.
Exactly.
You'll be hearing loud noise, kids
yeah.
screaming.
Kids running
Running
around.
around, they
Running
run
around,
around, they run,
Yeah.
touching the they get,
Mom. You saw that video, right?
Yeah.
Family Guy.
yeah. Sometimes they get like a little crazy.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
but
anything else?
I highly recommend getting your haircut here first before you go on a cruise.
There we
And I'm
go.
going to tell you why. True story. So I went on a cruise, and I think you might have been away. You guys might have been, whatever, but I couldn't get in. So we decided I'm going to go. And they have a barbershop on a cruise, So on, I think it was Virgin, they have shave and a whiskey. So it was a haircut, razor shave and a whiskey. So I went, my wife decided to do it for me, hey, let's do this for you. I want you to go. So I go and I do it. It was an okay experience, but at the end, it was a basic haircut, right? It was not like you do it. It was like, done,
Oh yeah.
You got- whiskey. And then they go to the casino bar and get the whiskey that I could have went and got it for free.
Wow.
And it was like $135.
Damn.
What?
Yeah. It goes as-
So,
you're in the
so
middle
let
of the
me get
sea.
this straight. You cheated.
No, it was in the middle of the
Oh,
ocean.
okay,
No,
okay.
you know what
They
happened,
can
though?
do
Let's
anything.
wave that one out.
No, you know what I
Wave it
did
out.
though? At the end of the casino, I got the casino host saying, "Can you take this off my bill?"
Yeah. That's insane.
That's crazy.
$135. Yeah.
Don't get a haircut over there.
Damn. So now we gotta charge 100 now,
You should.
right?
Gotta add the whiskey.
And the whiskey.
Gotta add the
And the
whiskey.
Good stuff. Well,
So now that you guys never been to the cruise, right? And you going Danny? What are you
I'm going.
expecting to get in the cruise? What are you expecting to do? What are you?
I'm expecting to do those
Activities.
activities not only on the boat, but where we actually, dock. So
Be careful. Because depending on which cruise you're going on, where you going.
We're doing a carnival. It's going San Thomas,
San Martin.
San Martin, Puerto Rico, and Dominican Republic.
All right, so here's the deal. You can probably find cheaper excursions than booking on the cruises. A lot of people will do that. Just got to be careful because if you miss the boat, they'll leave you there. But you can save a lot of money going out on your own. All those places, with the exception of what was the last one you said you were going?
Dominican Republic.
DR?
DR.
Even the DR. The DR has this area set up right outside of the when the boat comes in, it's set up real nice. It's all just basically for the cruise ships. But the DR is cool. But you got to be careful, going off campus or off out of the port, But if you go online, there's websites that do the excursions for half the price. And it's the same people that are the cruise ships use and then charging double. So you should always research that,
Guess we gotta research that.
Research that.
You spend $110 to go on a bus tour, and you can do the same. You get on the same bus for $50 if you book it direct.
Wow.
True.
That's good.
The only problem is that if the port gets canceled for weather, I don't think you can get a refund. So that's one of the things. If the
Got
ship,
some pros and cons.
sure. When's that cruise?
August, I think. Yeah. August.
Yeah,
August.
the end of August.
End of August.
But they're good ports.
But
Yeah.
we gotta look out for the weather too.
Watch. Yeah,
Yeah,
August is
hurricane.
hurricane.
Hurricane
that's hurricane season.
action.
Yeah, that's
Action.
hurricane
So
season.
those
around
hurricanes,
that
they'll be
time.
wild.
Send me videos.
Okay.
Yeah, send us videos of
Beating
Danny.
Danny.
I want to see.
So
how
that's
he
what
is.
I'm planning to do. I'm planning to do the activity that if they have volleyball, dodgeball. I'm looking forward for dodgeball.
Man,
Hopefully,
But
hopefully they have one.
Like I told him too. When you guys came from Cuba, and even your wife now, she's going to see things she's never seen before, and
Oh, yeah.
that's the experience in itself.
That's right.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of going on a cruise, is it's a quick hit. And like we went to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. Beautiful islands. Never been there before. Beautiful islands. Now you only go for a day, right? But now if you want to go to Aruba, you can take a trip to Aruba. So you can see all the places and say, I want to come back here. So it's kind of like it's like a taste test, right? You get a little test. But the Virgin Islands are great. We have a timeshare. We have a timeshare in St. Martin. I'm going in July.
Wow.
We go every couple years. We love St. Martin.
He wanted to see the plane landing. That's
Oh,
like
San
beautiful.
Martin. That's my. I gotta see that.
I
Because
I have some on my phone.
That's beautiful. And it's like a small beach there, but it's so like nice and
Yeah, we stay. Our place is 2 minutes from there.
the water is like
Clear.
Crystal
I
clear.
bet.
crystal
It's like
clear.
beautiful
Oh my
waters
god!
out there.
I don't know
seen
how they
videos.
keep it. I don't know how.
I seen videos, photos, and I'm a airplane fanatic.
Really?
Aviation fanatic. So
I am too.
you
Actually,
like planes? Yeah. So I would love to be there and take pictures. Of
There's
me
a
there.
so there's a place. If you ever go to St. Martin to stay there, I'll next time I come in, I'll give you the name of the resort. So there's a resort that's on the other side where we stay in what they call Simpson Bay, which is like the resort area. But there's another all-inclusive hotel, and you talk about meeting people. We met people there. We're still friends with. They come and visit us. We go visit them. All from that trip to St. Martin. Wow. We met them in line, waiting to check in, and been friends with them ever since. But there's one place, and it's all-inclusive. It's got the swim-up rooms and all that. It's really nice. But when you're in the restaurant, it's kind of parallel, and the planes are coming in. So you're literally sitting at the restaurant, and the planes are going like this right by you.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm an aviation nut myself. Helicopters, I love it all. Private jets.
Like for me at the beginning, before taking any cruise, I thought it was going to be boring. I thought it was going to be like, oh yeah, a week vacation, There's so much you can do in the cruise,
That's what I thought too.
That's what I was thinking before going.
The thing about a cruise, it's all in,
Yeah.
right? You don't have to worry about paying for food, but it's just you deal with it, you know, and you get to different experiences, right? I mean, listen, they charge you for every little thing now, you know, this excursion, that excursion. You want a cabana, you know, that's how they make their money. But overall, you could go on and pay one price and be done. You don't whip out a credit card. You don't even carry a credit card, right? You don't. All you do is carry your room key and your ID. That's it.
Wow. Yeah, but at the beginning, that's what I thought. It was going to be boring. When I was there, I was like, oh, my God.
Something different.
Something totally the opposite. And
You got an appointment at 11 o'clock. I heard you on the phone.
Yes. So I guess we got to wrap it
Yeah,
up.
there you
Gotta
go.
wrap it up,
Episode
guys.
7.
Episode 7. Yes.
Episode 7.
Episode 7
Man,
with
this
Jeff.
is the best episode.
Cruising, gambling, doing activities.
Little bit of
Which
everything.
line cruising you will choose? Leave us in the comments below. What your favorite one? What's your experience on being on one? If you do gambling on the casino, on the cruising, let us know. We're here. Gonna be in my first one in August with Peter. Peter's been done a lot. Jeff,
I'm
super a lot.
I'm going to take my private yacht and just go next to it.
There you go next to it, tie it up in the back.
Ryan needs to go one
I
too.
need to go.
Yeah,
He
Ryan needs to
definitely
go.
needs to go one.
You know, I think that barbershop should pay you to go.
That's what
Right.
I'm thinking.
You know,
Yeah.
Hot looking
Sponsor,
barbershop.
sponsor my cruise ship, please.
Come get a haircut.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you to sponsor my poker tournaments, 10,000.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You get a better
Yeah.
chance. You got a better chance with me than you do betting on. Apparently,
the-
betting on
on the
sports.
Yankees.
Sports betting, bro. Yeah,
Betting on
that's
those
right.
Yankees, Knicks.
Yeah.
They always
New
lose.
Yorkers teams.
But always bet at
Disappointed.
your own risk.
Yeah.
Bet at your own risk.
Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. We'll conclude our episode 7. Stay tuned for more. Every week, every episode, new episode every week. Send us some suggestions of what you guys want to hear us talk about. Any topics, any ideas you want to add for the next episode. Feel free to comment. We're definitely going to read them, interact with them.
And like the video, please.
And
like the videos.
like and share it.
Like and share.
For sure, next week, we're going to have a new topic. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace out.